Yo, it's Money, and we're going live right now, ladies and gentlemen. Happy early Memorial Day. It is around 1:34 in the morning, and this is a special report just for you. Some very interesting things happened yesterday on Sunday. The first thing I want to talk about is the Houston Astros. These guys, man, what a game it was. What a ball game it was. Justin Verlander coming back from an injury and all that. Today, guess what? He threw a no-hitter. He threw a no-hitter, something that guys like Nolan Ryan have only threw more than him. Sandy Koufax has thrown more no-hitters than him. But if you see what Justin has become, it's amazing. To throw a no-hitter for the Houston Astros, when some people consider you to be a pitcher that is probably not at the best of his game, to come out and have a performance like that, it was amazing. It was amazing to see, and I can't believe what I was watching. To see Justin, a pitcher that I grew up on when he was with the Detroit Tigers, for him to have the performance that he did, it was just amazing. Because when he is in that mode, he's one of the best. He just has this sense of swagger. Once he is in that mode, he is hard to hit. And today, he proved that. He proved that he still has a lot left in the tank. And to me, I believe this is perfect for Houston. Because Houston, having this guy that came off this performance, what does that do for him? That boosts his confidence more than ever. To know, I have overcame so much and was still able to do this. Still able to do what a few have been able to done. To throw as many no-hitters as he has. For sure a Hall of Famer. If he's not a Hall of Famer, there's something really wrong. But that was an amazing performance. Amazing. And all I got to say is, watch out for Houston. Watch out for Houston, because you see what they can be. And they can be great. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining me today. And we'll be right back. It's money. It's money. Money. And we're back. Ladies and gentlemen, over the weekend, we had a great game. And it was the USC Trojans versus the Fresno State Bulldogs. Personally, I talked about it Friday. And I talked about the history. Talked about Reggie Bush in the most memorable game in 2005. But Saturday's game, it opened up my eyes. It really did. It opened up my eyes being a guy who lives close to Fresno. It showed me on how bad USC's recruiting is probably getting. when the Fresno State Bulldogs come to the Coliseum and give a fight like they did in the first half, come on. The score was 10-17. What is that? You are from Southern California. You got to blow these guys out the water. Both of you are not ranked. Both of you are not what you could be. But USC in the second half changed my opinion. Because they showed that, okay, this is USC. Putting up 31 points. You know, up in that second half, things were changing. And it showed me, okay, they're coming into a new direction. They're going to be good. They're going to be something. But for the average fan, when you take away from that game, you say Fresno State is on their level at some point. You see that USC is not as dominant as they were, let's say, when Reggie Bush was there. Mark Sanchez was there. You know, stuff like that. You can say that USC, if they played Alabama, they were going to get smacked. If they played Clemson, they were going to get smacked. But against Fresno State, it's 10-17 in the first half, and you're letting these guys hold around. What do you call that? That's deja vu. Because in 2005, Fresno State was in that game, but Reggie Bush took over. And that is a proven fact that there is no star at USC right now that can take over a game like Reggie Bush. You know, they took away his Heisman, but they can never take away the fact of how great he was. And USC does not have a standout player right now that can take the game into his own hands. That's just how it is right now. Because when I was talking to Fresno State fans before that game, they were talking like Fresno State was going to win that game. Like Fresno State actually had a chance. And some of them were realistic, but some of them were not. They said, oh, USC could do it. USC could do it. USC can do what? They could lose. That's what they were saying. They could lose, but they didn't. Because Fresno State, reality hit. You could only go so far if you're Fresno State. And if you're USC, you need to know you got to do something. Because you're not at the higher caliber teams no more. You're not a Georgia. You're not a Bama. You're not a Clemson. You're not that right now. You need to recruit better. You need to get a coach. You need to get the coaching staff that attracts the dominant athletes. And you know, back in the day before the sanctions and all that happened to USC, everybody was going to USC. The best were going to USC. But that stopped. The perception of USC kind of was hurting because of that. But the greatness of Reggie Bush, Matt Leinart, Pete Carroll, those USC teams, that will never be taken away because it happened on the field. But the perception that players have of USC, it clearly has changed. Clearly has changed. Because even though USC is USC, it doesn't seem they're getting the most dominant players in the country. The players that can take over a game like they used to. Doesn't seem like that anymore. Thank you so much for coming and joining us today. We'll be right back. Alright, something I want to talk about. UFC fighting. One thing I want to talk about is, and it's a few weeks late, the Daniel Cormier Stipe match. That fight and that card was a good card. But I got a question. What does DC do? Does DC stay and fight in other fight? But who does he fight? Does he fight John? Who does he fight? Because we know Brock Lesnar's not coming back. Does he fight Stipe again? But I don't think he wants that. Daniel Cormier, I believe right now, is at the crossroads of his fighting career. And he's 40 years old, pushing it, and he's probably not the same. And he's not. But what does he do? Now that there's no Brock, now that he lost to Stipe, the talk about Jones is, we don't know. But it doesn't seem like that's the right fight for him. It's the best fight, but it could probably not be the right fight for him. So, I believe right now Daniel Cormier is the UFC's most intriguing storyline. Because what is he going to do? A man of redemption? Or will he be happy with the career that he had? Will he be able to eat this? That is my question. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that is all the time we have for you today. Enjoy the rest of your Memorial Day. And ladies and gentlemen, thank you for all your service. All those that are in our military. Thank you very much. And we will see you Friday.